Yeah, so you are welcome for Smart India Hackathon uh, 2020 briefing session for our problem statement MS336. And when we talk of MS336, I will read out for your benefit. It is a virtual police station. So designing a virtual police station in which animated officer would use to interact with the victim to capture all the details with respect to identity of the complaints, details of the incidents of crime, crime committed, supplementary information to capture ingredient of crimes committed, identity of the criminals, likely witness. The same would be converted to text format as FIR, which would be signed by the complainant victim through the OCR device, verified through the digital signature using OTP-based verification of Aadhaar. The signed FIR would be routed to CCTNS using Citizen Portal Bridge, already available, allowing OCR and digital signature of SHO to convert it in a formal, legally acceptable FIR. This particular project is very, very important for India. As you are aware, in a case Lalita Kumari versus State of Uttar Pradesh, Honorable Supreme Court has come out very heavily about the non-registration of FIR, and it has content of any complaint, it discloses commission of any cognizable offence. Police is not at the liberty not to register it. Despite the fact that such a landmark judgment, but there is no change on the ground. I think you must be having better information than me. That lot many people must be coming to you because they do come to me as well. Their FIR is not registered. So probably police is not going to register FIR for a very simple reason, because it is always thinking in terms of a crime as a burden. It is thinking in terms of statistics, and it's in thinking that if the number will go high, then probably it has to explain to everybody, and by not registering a crime, situation is comfortable to everyone and everybody is happy. If you recall, in Delhi, few years back, then Commissioner of Delhi, he took a decision that they will be registering each and every offence, and their crime shot by 50%. And the commissioner immediately called a meeting, and he took credit for free registration. Unfortunately, the same thing not happening. So now the motive of this project, can we ensure FIR without visiting police station, without police? Now,
Hello.
Looks like Sir is disconnected.
There is some internet issue, I think.
problem at our end.
Yes, sir, it is fine now.
Sorry for this inconvenience. I have switched over from Wi-Fi to my mobile because probably the Wi-Fi was not giving the right kind of the connectivity.
Yeah.
So, FIR is a legal document, and having a content of about the complaint, then it should have the sections and other details, and it can only be called a legally acceptable FIR if it is having a signature of victim and having the signature of Thana Pravari or SHO. So it means we are trying to create a legally acceptable FIR without visiting a Thana, and that is a challenge, right? So I will
Yes.
briefly explain you how there have been many briefing sessions of the students, and they have done a very good job. And I had advised them that they should watch this video also. So they should once again will get the opportunity about how they would be evaluated. So first of all, they should be in position to extract the content of an FIR. So there's a format that there's a name of complainant, there's a address and everything, and the place of incidence and what is the content of crime. And then एक चीज हमको इसमें बड़ी बारीकी से ये बात भी समझना पड़ेगी कि अकेला जो है ना एफआईआर का कंटेंट वाली बात नहीं है इसमें। हमें एफआईआर के कंटेंट में there is something called ingredient. जैसे चोरी है तो चोरी में बिना yes please
सर एक छोटा सा सवाल मैं अभी पूछना चाहता हूँ कि आपने जो एफआईआर जो कंप्लेनेंट है वो क्या कागज पे लिख कर दे रहा है शुरुआत में? हमारा एजम्पशन क्या है?
नहीं इसमें ये दिस इज अ वर्चुअल प्रोसेसन. It is basically there are two kinds of the virtual police system where physically a room is set up and where technology is put and you can go, there is no human being and probably you can interact and lodge your FIR. Here it is not that kind of the FIR. Here it is a technology and it is a back-end technology, it is a microservice. It can be uploaded on any front end. So front end, it could be a window, means portal. It could be, could be operated through the kiosk also. It can be through app.
When we say upload, when we say that he need to upload, means there is some
not FIR.
No.
Uploading of our software. I am talking of the microservice. So
okay.
So this application, it will be a back-end, say, kind of a platform-neutral kind of a service, which can be uploaded on any frontal device. So frontal device may be mobile phone, it may be a portal. Largely, it will be two kind of the things, and later on, even we can think of even mounting it on a IoT device also. That will also be doable. So as that IoT devices would be popular in future, we would be, so as the IoT device would be popular, probably we may consider in future to even put it on the frontal end of the IoT also. That is doable.
Okay, so sorry.
Yeah.
If I'm understanding correctly, then you want to say that the person would be interacting with the software, maybe using voice or maybe he would be typing something that these are the things that has been happened. So he would be specifying what has happened into the FIR as by typing the things. Am I correct, sir?
Not really. Not really. Because it is a virtual procession. It means animated figure would be interacting with you. And if the technology will permit, if they develop some kind of application, and in future, even we can use the specs which is recently developed by Jio. You must have seen that advertisement of Jio, where they are talking about some specs which can have the interaction of the 3D and 2D and what kind of the thing. I just saw one advertisement, so I am not very familiar with what kind of the technology they are offering. But it could be animated figure. If permitted, it could be a 3D object and it could be a 2D object, right? The purpose is this: you can first select as per your comfort. You can select a officer, whether he should be a lady police officer or a gents police officer, something like that, right? So depending upon say though the person is a animated figure, it really does not make a difference whether you see the lady or but just for the comfort sake, if somebody want to be, I mean, have that say lady officer, then you can opt for the lady officer, and if you want to go for the gents officer, you can opt for the gents officer, and then the backend engineer has to have the full detail about the various crimes and their attributes. So, while talking to you, the backend intelligence has to extract all the details in your verbal communication, right? That verbal communication will be converted into the text also simultaneously. So it will be applying a particular section of a particular act, and a particular section would be having many ingredients. Then only it will be made, say, offense. Say, for example, if some say, crime of theft has taken place, so then somebody has removed a thing which is belonging to someone else, right, without his consent, right? So if it is from open place, then we say that it is a 379 IPC. If it is from a closed place, then we say it is a 380. But say somebody entered into your house, then we say section 457, 458, as per the situation. It means the backend intelligence and that it will be always interacting, and it will identify that whether the all attributes, all ingredients of the crime has been covered. And the moment that the ingredients are covered, then it will be applying those sections and it will be visible, right? And then it will try to extract that there could be some other sections also applicable. Say, for example, you have done some crime, and then at the same time you have used a illegal weapon. Then probably you were carrying with you with the, say, some narcotic substance. So the person would be applying three crimes. Number one, whatever the crime you have committed, then it will apply the Arms Act, and then it will apply the NDPS Act also. So it means we are not very sure that in a small time whether that they will be in position to cover these finer nuances. But yes, it has to do that. So it means the basic format, that is, it means identity of the complainant, then identity of the place where the incident has taken place, and then you have, it will be extracting all the details about the FIR. Then it will be even inquiring about the injuries and other things, and finally it will create an FIR. So since it is a visual interaction, so it will be having two format. Number one, audio video format, and another would be text format. Audio video format would be a supplementary format. The FIR would be a text format. Then it will be signed by complainant. So we have conceived that there should be 4 types of signatures. One is your photo will also, or that through app you will be taking photograph, and that photograph cannot be uploaded. It will be taken through the app. So it will become your photo signature. Then you have to put a signature, formal signature, OCR signature. It could be on mobile screen, or if it is a, say, desktop type of situation, then we can use the signature pad, which is generally used for issuing any pass and everything. So now it is very popularly used. So there will be optical signature. Then the third signature could be the Aadhaar-based signature, and then could be basically something is called, when we take the virtual ID. So virtual ID is also nothing but an Aadhaar-based signature only, right? First 2 signature will be the mandatory signature. Last 2 signature will not be mandatory signature, because there will be a number of situations when the person may not be having Aadhaar number, right? Now, so far we have extracted FIR, then we have to put the signature. Now one part of the FIR is complete. right? Now it has to reach to Thana Pravari. So for reaching to Thana Pravari, we are using, because the CCTNS has been designed in such a way, there is no gateway in CCTNS. So of late, they have permitted one citizen portal, and through citizen portal, we can now enter into the CCTNS. So taking that route or bridge provided by the citizen portal, all this content will be landing on the desktop of Thana Pravari. Now the Thana Pravari, now the process is very important. The process is very, very important. Because now Thana Pravari, if he puts his signature, it becomes a legally acceptable FIR. But few of my friends said that if you go in content of the section 154, it says the satisfaction of SHO. However, that Supreme Court has put some restriction on that satisfaction. But let's talk about the core law. Core law says that SHO should be satisfied whether that cognizable offence is made out on, right? It means there may be situation, if he puts the signature, it is FIR. Now it means there could be a few situations when he can refuse to accept it as an FIR. If that is the case, then the system should allow him to write the reason why he feels that cognizable offence is not made out. So he will write 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever point he is having in his mind, and he will put the signature on that reasons, not on FIR, right? So now your document is not a FIR at this moment. Then law says that if your Thana Pravari or SHO is not recording your FIR, then you can take the recourse to SP. That is also given in the same law. FIR is registered under section 154 of CRPC, and 154 subsection 3 it says if your FIR is not registered, you can post the detail to SP, and SP can take cognizance, and then law gives very wide power to SP. It says that either the SP can investigate himself, or he can entrust the inquiry or investigation to anybody he feel like. And the moment he entrusts this to anybody, that person will acquire all the power of SHO for that particular case. So he need not to be posted in that Thana. Still, he will enjoy all the power of SHO for this particular case. So, for example, if we give it to some head constable, even that head constable will enjoy legally enjoy all the power of SHO, and he need not to go and pursue that SHO. कि साहब जो है ना मुझे एसपी साहब ने दिया है, आप कृपया इसको साइन कर दो. So he can sign himself, he can do everything, and he can even put up the channel, because the law provides that power. The moment SP entrusts the inquiry or investigation to anybody, he will get automatically all the power of SP. Now here we are providing a window to SP also, that if SP feels there are the reasons not to take the cognizance or not to consider it as a cognizable report. One thing is very clear, content is disclosing cognizable offence. It has been already verified by the artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence has applied the sections along with the act. Okay? So, as far as the content is concerned, there is no doubt about that it is a cognizable offence. Now, he has to discover and give the reasons which are beyond the content, right? So, let's say he is having certain reasons, even SP is having certain reasons, then he has to give those reasons, and then he can put his signature on that reason. Then the system will take it to the complainant back. Now he is saying, your content discloses this cognizable offence. This is the version of SHO, and this is the version of SP. Right? So, are you sure that whatever you told me, that is correct? Right? Here, at this point of the time, I would like to inform you, if you have given some wrong information to me, you have violated or you have committed a crime under section 192 and 211 of the IPC. So the moment you say you don't want to pursue it, our system will start your prosecution, because we do not want to encourage false FIR. And the system which is promising that it will get all the evidences for the true FIR, it can also collect all the evidences for the false FIR as well. So with certainty, it will ensure the prosecution of the person who lodged a false FIR. Because we do not want to give some kind of a shastra to a person to lodge and humiliate other person by lodging false FIR.
Correct.
So in all probability, he is having no other option but to say, no, I want to pursue it, right? Because otherwise he will face consequences, right? So, system will generate an affidavit, and he can sign that affidavit digitally. The moment he signs that affidavit, that is the affidavit for the court. The system will take whole content to the court under section 156(3), read with section 190 of the CRPC. Now, why I am describing this, that our FIR will have all this root and all these complications, because we want to help our citizen to the extent possible. And beyond this court, even there is one more provision that we can approach the High Court also. At the moment, we have not decided to go to the High Court, but we are keeping our option open. If in future, if our experience is not good, then even we can knock the door of High Court also. So we will try to help the citizen to that extent. Clear? Here, the system is having lot many advantages, especially when a volunteer is coming to help you through his app. So there option is very simple. When you are using your own app, so your volunteer, through your volunteer app, you can report your FIR, right? In which you are not taking the help of anybody else. You are a stakeholder. You are having an app. Every citizen will be having app. So through that app, the person himself can directly report his FIR. In the second case, and especially in the cases when the person is not techno savvy, when he may be from a rural background, he may not be comfortable in using technology. In that particular case, some volunteer will be assigned to that person. So hereby, trained volunteer will reach and will help out in getting FIR registered. And this is having a distinct advantage over the when you are doing it personally, because then one more witness is being created. Because the person who is coming to help out, he is becoming a witness also. So he is a witness to the narration, he is witness to the victim, he has witnessed even to the injury mark of the victim, and he has seen scene of crime also. So, in addition of FIR, then he will be deposing his statement also about the FIR, about the situation of the victim, about the scene of crime. So these three situations, they will be doing that, and the same app would be helping to record even injuries and other things, whatever is doable. And that app is having all kind of the features, so that everything would be captured, and it will be say logged with the date and time and location step, and it will be logged with the hash value, and the hash value will also be with the blockchain technology. So it means when it is moving digitally from one place to another place, even there will be matching of the hash value. So blockchain technology will be used. It will be used right from beginning. So whatever the evidence that volunteer would be capturing, it will be having the great evidence value before the court of law, and it will be admissible in court of law. So in addition of FIR, we have got little extra advantage, not only the FIR, but of the getting one more witness who is the witness to the situation of the victim, injury mark of the victim, and scene of crime. Now, this is the briefing about the virtual police station, because it is not the virtual police station in a normal sense. So it is, say, some virtual police station has been created in Kerala, where they have created a kind of a place where you can go, and there is a technology which will help you to take your area. So here it is not something like that. It is more interactive. It is more personal. That you need not to go anywhere. Either you will be all the time, it will be done at your own comfort, or even when volunteer is coming and assisting you, he will be he will be coming to you. So in every case, you are doing from the comfort of your place. So that is again a sort of additional advantage, right? Now. We have done many briefing of the teams which are participating in doing this, and we have even addressed their problems also. So, and we have advised them that they should listen to this briefing also. This briefing is also live on YouTube every channel, so they can see live or they can see later, so that they can understand that how I have used my evaluator to evaluate them. Right? Now,
Correct.
process of evaluation. How we will be conducting evaluation? Number one, we have to see that it should be a backend service. So it has to be platform neutral. It can be uploaded on any platform. That is number one. Because it is a backend service, it should be like that. Number two, it should be capable of extracting full detail. Those details should be converted into text, right? So now the content will be in two parts. One is in the text part and the originally video audio part also. And both will be constituted as a, so the text part is, it will be signed, but at the same time, then the video will also move along with it, because since video is available and it is important, so that will also be integral part of that FIR. So how smartly it is doing the job, and more than smartness, because I am very sure probably a student must not have got the opportunity to have the full array of law, and so if they are in position to do the reasonable job, the rest of the training could be done so that the system can handle all acts, that system can handle all kind of the crime, because probably it will require a little more hard work. So my expectation is here, we can see whatever they could do, and whatever they could not do, that could be done a work of the supplementary work. But the system would be functional. It is just a question of giving artificial intelligence to extract that information. So if they could do for a few sections, it is doable for the other sections as well, number one. The second, then, it is the very important component is the signature component. And the third component is the process component. So now they have to mimic, because we are not going to have the CCTNS, so they have to create some citizen portal, some portal they can create with their own convenience, and they will mimic for the CCTNS also, right? And then how the content has come, how it is routed to a intermediate platform, and making use of the bridge, it should lend to the some third platform, that is the CCTNS. Right. Now there will be inter-node communication. So when it is going to the SHO, from SHO it will take to the SP, from SP it will go to the judicial portal interface, and there it will take to the court. Because if even SHO or SP is not inclined to register the FIR, it is still you are ready to help complainant as per the provision of law. So we are talking strictly about the law, and these provisions are already available in law. We are permitting that the victim need not to go anywhere. He is not going anytime. Even when it is going to SHO, he is not going to SHO. He is not going to Thana. When it is going to SP, victim is not going anywhere. The system is taking to the console of SP. When it from SP, it is taken to the court. So system will take it to the court. Even system will take it back to the complainant to get his affidavit, and along with the affidavit, then it will go to the court. So this drill has to be technically it's nothing great, but then the person has to at least create this kind of a feasibility. Yeah.
Sir, it's an excellent flow that you have told to the students. Sir, I have one small quick question. You told that some victim has launched, let's assume that everything goes right and he has launched a FIR, means he have submitted the things for the FIR. Now it goes to the SHO. Sometime it may also be possible that SHO may require some more information. And that part, are you seeing?
Just a minute. Yes, this is a very important thing. So if he is having supplementary query, and this should be instrumental for that query should be a valid query. If the query is not directly connected to decide that it is a cognizable offence, then he can do that query at the time of investigation. So if he is putting a query, that query should be a very substantive query, but it's a very good question. It's a very, very good question. That query should be substantive query. It means then it will be making one more journey. It means from SHO, it should go to using the same channel. It will reappear on the concerning app, and it will extract the supplementary information. And there's no harm about it, because by mistake, if something could not be, there are the two ways of doing it. Number one, that part can be done after your registration of FIR as a part of investigation. That is one. But if the something very substantive has been omitted, and without that, cognizable offence cannot be is not made out. So rather than refusing, it is a better option to afford him a query, right? So he can ask the supplementary information, and that supplementary information will also become the part of FIR. However, the supplementary information will be separately signed by victim. So the first content is already certified by the victim. The second supplementary component has also to be certified by the victim, and then after signature of SHO, it will become FIR. Even at that point of the time, if we does not sign, then it will take the same route till it reaches to the logical end.
Sir,
it is our commitment to the public that your FIR will be registered if you are right, if you have undergone some torture, if you have undergone some cognizable offence. Now let me tell something more than that. My plan is to go beyond cognizable offence also. So, but anyway, let's not talk at this stage, because then it will not be called FIR. Then it will be, some volunteer will be assigned. Then it will be a complaint, private complaint. And we really intend to help a public, because a cognizable, non-cognizable is a concept which has been brought by the English for their financial economic reasons, because they do not want it to have a big police. So they divided whatever they felt important in a cognizable, and whatever they felt is not important, that is the non-cognizable. But the division is very, it is not very good decision. The division is also not very good. So how we can expect a poor person will go to the court and get a decision from the court? So how this system, when we are doing so much help to everyone, can I really help them out for the non-cognitive offense? But since in the non-cognitive offense, police will not be having the power. Hence, we will not be going to police. Then we will be helping out, and we will be directly going to the court. And then when in a non-cognitive offenses, but this part is not a part of a problem statement at the moment. It is just a supplementary information. Then it will go directly to the court, and it will go to the court under section 200 to 204 of the CRPC. That provision already exists in law. The only thing, at this moment, he has to do it personally. He has to go to the private lawyer. Now the system would be helping. So now he need not to take even that pains. Now we can take a call, a later on. Government has to take a call whether we can permit some kind of a fees in that, so that revenue stream should go to the person who is doing the job. I am very much interested that revenue stream must lend to the people, those who are helping out in the system. If that will happen, they will be very willingly will be helping. Otherwise, if there is no that kind of the revenue stream, probably the people may lose their faith and interest after some time. So, Mr. Kamlesh, let me really appreciate you have asked a very good question. Rather, this question was never asked. I think this should be explained to them because that kind of the provision is required to be done. Because if a very important information is missing, and SHO being an experienced police officer, and if he want to ask certain question, there is no reason to deprive him.
Correct, sir.
So it's a wonderful addition from your side. And whatever I said about the cognitive offense, that is not the part of the problem statement. That is the future planning I just told you, but it is not the part of the problem statement. Because when you talk of the FIR, it is only about the cognitive offense, not about the non-cognitive offense.
So it's a very great initiative, sir. And whole India is waiting for these kind of solutions, because many of the time they don't pursue their problems, and it is going to be a very great thing. Great modern means we are taking a very big steps toward the automated society and good policing. Great work, sir. Yeah.
Now, as a evaluator, how you would be assessing them? I mean, do you have some practical question on that? But otherwise, it's very simple. They can do some. You can create some mock FIR and let the system help it. As simple as that.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So somebody may become a complainant and whether the system is following all these steps or not. That need to be properly understood by everyone.
Okay.
So I think otherwise it is very plain and simple. One is the signature part. Then the same signature will be doable by the SHO. The same signature will be doable by the SP. So once we have created one component, that will be usable everywhere. But this is the whole process. Unless it is having a content, unless it is having the signature of the victim and it is having the signature of SHO, it will not be a legally acceptable FIR. So at present, whosoever is saying that online FIR का provision हमने कर दिया है, चाहे वो UP government हो या कोई दूसरी government हो, nobody is legally right, because nobody has done the way I have explained, and it can be only legally acceptable FIR if it is done this way. Otherwise, then system will be used as a typewriter. You are taking a printout, then victim is signing, SHO is signing. So that is the FIR outside the system, not inside the system. We are creating FIR without going to the Thana, outside, inside the system, not outside. So the signature and everything, that will be done within the system, not from outside by taking printout.
Yes.
So do you
Sir,
have
I think
any question? Yes,
I think the most of the research challenge lies when the system interact with the complainant, because a lot of AI is needed there, natural language understanding, and OCR, and finding out the right kind of evidence, finding out the recording in a right format, Those things would be an important challenge here. And all other processes, as you mentioned, that if it is a right kind of component, can be taken in the same way at the later point of time.
Basically, they have to mimic the real situation. So they have to create a portal, citizen portal. They have to
Correct.
create some CCTNS, and they have to literally mimic it.
Correct.
Once they can mimic it successfully, then it will be integrated in the real case.
Definitely, sir. Excellent. Excellent idea.
Any question, Mr. Keshav?
Sir, how we are planning to store those FIRs once a person
Very good
who
question.
have complained those FIR, lodge
Very
those.
good question. Very good question. I think I missed out some certain thing. So basically, it has to go in a database, right? And I think,
Great.
Mr. Kesav, I must profusely thank you for raising this issue. Otherwise, this very important aspect would have been missed. So
Great.
everything has to go in a database, and it has to be stored in a database. So there are the two databases, one database of the CCTNS, and we can have our parallel database, because interacting with the CCTNS will always be a little tedious process. So when we need to update CCTNS, then we will use that channel. Otherwise, we will have a parallel database also. It will help in two ways. It will be a disaster security also, and it will be a convenience also. Number one. Number two, how it will be having a interplay with the app of a volunteer or app of a public or citizen app. That is very important. So all the incidences here, you might be having a ID and all those things and a FIR number, those kind of thing. But for me, I would not like anybody to remember any FIR number. So each FIR reported in his app would be represented by a icon. Icon may be having the FIR number, ID number, whatever number, that is not very material, but it will be having a icon. Then icon, the moment you press icon, it should have the live connectivity with the database. So the person concerned should come to know what has happened in his case. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
if the statement has been recorded or this, that, whatever has happened, that information would be available here. It may not be having the all kind of the document. The moment the challan is put up, now the court has given a direction, and Madhya Pradesh government has issued the notification also that copy free of cost should be given to victim. This decision has been taken by the Madhya Pradesh government, and this order has been notified also. So the moment the challan is put up, all those documents, they will also they will be precipitated. They will be pushed to the in the icon format. They will be available right on the app of the complainant, so he can see FIR, he can see everything. Then you have in addition of that, we want to give him additional things. Number one, he should be in position to assess the work done by police. He should be in position to assess work done by a volunteer. He should have that to give a feedback. He should be in position to give suggestion. And whether it is feedback, whether it is suggestion, that will be used for a logical purpose. So somewhere, if it is a case of the police officer, it will be reflected in performance index of that officer. The same thing somewhere it will be also reflected in the performance index or grading of that volunteer. So
Sir,
the volunteer who is having the highest grading, he will be only pushed for the service. So that grading would be playing a very important role in future. And everybody should be cautious to have the higher grade, because it will be having revenue stream. So they are the volunteer for the namesake, but they are getting revenue for doing that job. So the best people should get the opportunity. I think, have I answered your question? That it has to be a database. The
Yes, sir.
database
Yes.
has to have the live जो है
Yes.
conversation with app. It should be seen
And
there as a icon. So यदि मान लो मैं complainant हूँ तो मेरे ऐप में और मैंने 100 FIR दर्ज कराई, for example. So all 100 FIR icon would be available over there. It is my wish if I want to see which icon. तो मैंने 5 साल पहले कोई FIR दर्ज कराई है तो उसके आइकॉन पे हम क्लिक करेंगे तो उसका स्टेटस मुझे दिख जाएगा. यदि कोर्ट में चल रहा हुआ तो कोर्ट का स्टेटस दिख जाएगा. So that will become a very transparent way, hassle-free way. He need not to open any web portal. He need not to talk anything. He need not to telephone anybody. It will be, and at the same time, he is getting opportunity to great services whosoever is concerned. So that will help in improving performance of the various players. So I have extended it beyond FIR. I have not limited it to the FIR. I have taken it beyond. May not be within that statement of this problem statement, but it is certainly important from the way we want to address the problem. So it will be, say, if that say culprit has been arrested. So culprit has been arrested. When he is arrested, whether he is in jail or whether he is bailed out, those details will also be available as a status to the complainant, and without asking to anybody. Rather, we will have the SMS service so that we can even notify through the SMS also, so that he can open his app and he can see that in the system. So it will be supplemented through SMS information also. But the main information will be available in his app. I hope this point is clear.
Yes, sir.
So this is very, very important, and I hope that the person, those who are competing for this problem statement, either they must be watching it live, or if they are not watching live, I wish that before they go for formal competition, before first they should see it. Another request to you that you have to understand the intricacies, so that there should not be any slip on your part. I please check from database that there should be no mistake in your email ID or your phone number, because if there's any mistake, that need to be informed to HRD, because they will be only contacting on the detail given by me to them. So that the document which has been given to them, that is already shared with you. So please check if there's any mistake anywhere, then that has to be corrected immediately, so that your mail should be received by you. There should not be any error by any reason. Any other question, Mr. Keshav?
No, sir.
Dr. Cecil Sanil, any question from your side? Dr. Cecil. Dr. Cecil is not really well. Still, he is kind enough to join for this conference. So I am very sure he is already associated with a lot many initiative of ours. So he is already having very great clarity, and he was involved in the evaluation of that at that stage 1 and stage 2, because this is the last evaluation. So each problem statement has already undergone 2 evaluations. So he was the part of those evaluations. So he is, in any way, he is very familiar with all the process. So any other question you are having?
No, sir, no question from my side. Thank you very much for very clarity in your thoughts, sir. It was very clear to us. Thank you.
And I feel testing it should not be an issue. Evaluating it should not be an issue at all.
No, sir.
Not at all, sir.
After this explanation, I think everything is clear. Everything is fine. Yeah.
Right. So all the best from my side. This is one of the very important problem statement which will be the basis of everything, because we are talking of the 5 certainty, and the first certainty is certainty of reporting and registration, the second certainty is detection, third certainty is conviction, and fourth certainty is prevention, and fifth certainty is rehabilitation of the criminals. And that's how we want to take away the very criminals from the society. Hence, we can ensure crime-free Bharat. So that is the whole philosophy.
Hello.
Great, sir. Great. Thank you.
So
it was
with this,
wonderful
I
meeting,
think
sir.
let's
Thank
close
you.
the session, because the other team is already waiting for me, right? So I have to immediately go and stop the meeting. So I'm really thankful to all of you, and with your participation, I think we will be doing a good job. And uh, let's hope this Smart India Hackathon should be a great help to us in pursuing our objective. And for your information, Dr. Kamlesh, BIT BITS Plani, it has taken a decision to have a MOU with us. So
Great,
very
sir.
soon we will be signing a formal MOU also.
Most welcome, sir. We are delighted to work with you. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Regards.
sir. Thank you.
Regards.